Hi everyone, today we're diving into the success story of Paris Baguette, a leading bakery brand in South Korea.
In the 1980s, as South Korea experienced economic growth, consumer expectations also rose. This led to rapid growth in the window bakery market. Instead of selling bread made in factories, bakeries that baked bread fresh in-store became incredibly popular. Paris Croissant, which promoted itself as an authentic French bakery, gained immense popularity by baking and selling high-quality bread on the spot. Recognizing this trend, Shani, building upon the success of Paris Croissant, decided to fully enter the bakery business. And so, in 1988, the French-style high-end bakery, Paris Baguette, was born. While Paris Croissant built brand awareness through directly managed stores, Paris Baguette launched as a new brand, leveraging this recognition to start a franchise business. Paris Baguette captivated consumers by being the first in Korea to introduce the bake-off method, baking bread directly in the store for freshness and flavor. Taking its historic first step in June 1988, Paris Baguette expanded at an astonishing rate, surpassing 100 stores with the opening of its Chuncheon-Jungang branch on November 28, 1992. Opening stores nationwide and increasing brand awareness, it solidified its position as Korea's representative bakery brand. As of 2022, it boasts over 3,400 chain stores. In January 2004, the Taein Shani Group, which had built a solid foundation in the food business with Shani, Paris Croissant, and BR Korea, changed its name to SPC for a fresh start. SPC embodies the dream and vision for a wider world. The SPC Group's global challenge began in Shanghai, China in 2004. Paris Baguette boldly entered the Chinese market, opening its first store in Shanghai. It was even more significant as it was the first case of a Korean bakery company directly entering China through its own investment. Building on the successful settlement of its first store in Shanghai, Paris, Baguette expanded to Beijing, the capital of China, in the same year, quickly gaining recognition for its brand competitiveness in the Chinese market. The SPC Group began preparing to enter the US market by establishing a local subsidiary in the United States in 2002. And in 2005, it finally made its official entry into the US market by opening its first Paris Baguette store in Koreatown, Los Angeles. Paris Baguette stores in the United States introduced over 300 diverse products that were popular in Korea. Additionally, by applying the same cafe-style interior as in Korea, it provided a comfortable and sophisticated atmosphere, receiving a great response from American consumers. Boosted by the success of its first store, Paris Baguette expanded its stores, focusing on the LA area, and expanded its business area by entering the eastern United States at the end of 2006. Paris Baguette, which first entered the Chinese market in 2004 by opening its first directly managed store in Shanghai, China, marked a new turning point in its Chinese business expansion by opening its first franchise store in Shanghai, the Changde Road branch, in 2010. Since entering China, it has established a systematic system for expanding its franchise business, including setting up corporations and production plants in Beijing and Shanghai, and achieved remarkable growth, surpassing 100 stores in China in 2012. The SPC Group set a new milestone in March 2012 by opening the Cao Thang branch in Ho Chi Minh City, the first Paris Baguette store in Vietnam and its 100th global store. It achieved the feat of being the first in the Korean bakery industry to reach 100 global stores. This was a valuable achievement made in just 10 years since it declared its entry into overseas markets in 2002. In September of the same year, it became the first in the Korean bakery industry to enter Singapore, further solidifying its status as a global bakery brand. This proved that Paris Baguette's premium and high-quality strategies also work in the global market. In 2013, Paris Baguette began to target the US mainstream market in earnest by opening the 40th Street store near Times Square in Manhattan, which can be called the heart of the US bakery market. It continued to increase brand awareness by opening additional stores in key commercial areas such as Midtown and the Upper West Side. While it had mainly operated stores centered around Korean communities starting in 2013, it began to enter the local mainstream market, mainly in the eastern United States, and began to compete head-on with US bakery brands. In 2016, it once again confirmed the possibility of success in the US market by opening its first franchise store in San Jose, California. The SPC Group further strengthened its presence in the Singapore market in April 2019 by simultaneously opening 4 sister brand stores, including Paris Baguette, in Jewel Changi, a mixed-use commercial complex connected to Singapore Changi International Airport. The SPC Group selected Indonesia as the 7th country for Paris Baguette's overseas expansion. The SPC Group established a joint venture with a local partner company and opened the Ashta Mall branch in Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia, in October 2021, accelerating its efforts to target the Southeast Asian market. As of May 2024, a total of 13 Paris Baguette stores are in operation in Indonesia. The SPC Group began its full-fledged move to enter the European market by opening the first Paris Baguette store in London, UK, the Battersea Power Station branch, in October 2022, followed by the second store, the High Kensington Street branch, in November. The UK has a large bakery market worth KRW 30 trillion annually and is considered one of the top 3 bakery markets in Europe, along with Germany and France. In addition, the franchise market is also active, which is expected to be a new land of opportunity for Paris Baguette. Paris Baguette plans to actively test and verify its franchise business model in the UK market and expand its entry into other European countries. In January 2023, the SPC Group opened the Pavilion Kuala Lumpur branch, the first Paris Baguette store in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. This was achieved just 6 months after establishing a joint venture with Berjaya Group, a leading Malaysian company. SPC plans to use Malaysia as a forward base for expanding the halal market and expand its business area to Southeast Asia and the Middle East. Since 2022, it has been fully prepared to enter the halal market by building a halal-certified bakery factory in Johor Bahru, the second largest city in Malaysia. Based on this, it plans to actively target the 1.9 billion Muslim market, which accounts for 24% of the world's population, using Malaysia as a bridgehead for entering the halal market encompassing Southeast Asia and the Middle East. Paris Baguette announced its entry into the Canadian market by opening its first store in Toronto, Canada, in March 2023. Canada is the 10th country Paris Baguette has entered and the second largest franchise market in the Americas. This entry into Canada is part of its strategy to expand the North American and European markets, and its first store in Canada was introduced as a franchise. Paris Baguette aims to open more than 1,000 stores in North America, including the United States and Canada, by 2030. In March 2023, SPC Samlip announced its entry into the Thai market by joining hands with Siam Macro, a distribution affiliate of the CP Group, Thailand's #1 conglomerate. Paris Baguette completed preparations for entering the Middle Eastern market in October 2023 by signing a joint venture partnership business agreement with Saudi Arabia's Al Galadari Brothers Group. Paris Baguette plans to enter a total of 12 countries, including major Middle Eastern countries such as Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, and Kuwait, with the Al Galadari Brothers Group.